Welcome back to the POTS Perspective, the show where we talk about all things POTS, chronic illness, and living life on your own terms. I'm your host, Samantha, and today we're diving into something that affects a lot of us this time of year: seasonal stress, weather changes, and routine shifts. But we're keeping it holiday neutral because not everyone celebrates the same thing, and this podcast is for everybody. Whether you're dealing with colder weather, busier schedules, sensory overload, or just pressure to keep up with everything, today we're breaking down simple, realistic ways to take care of your POTS body during this season. So grab your water, electrolytes, or whatever helps you through the day, and let's get into it. This time of year can feel hectic, even if you're not celebrating anything. There's more movement, more social expectations, changes in temperature, and less sunlight. For those of us with POTS, even tiny disruptions can hit harder. You can feel more fatigue, more dizziness. There's trouble with, temperature regulation, more tachycardia, more sensory overload. And none of that is your fault. You're not being dramatic. You're absolutely not alone in this either. POTS symptoms naturally flare up when routines shift, and this holiday season is basically one big routine shift. I, myself, have been finding it hard to shift into this because final season usually comes up around this time for college, and as everyone knows, it can be a lot with all the classes and the studying and the reviewing and the tests. It can be a lot, and that on top of me working 2 jobs and all of this other stuff, it's a lot. But I'm getting better at balancing it, and I feel that I want to share with you some of the things that have helped me. So some of the things that helped me is I've realized that how important it is for me to eat, because also around this time of year I like to volunteer at a dance studio and I help with whatever they need backstage. And I was like, I don't really need anything, I'm not really hungry, whatever, I'm not gonna eat. And I feel that that was the worst thing that I ever done, because I was so tired, I was fatigued, I was achy. I tried drinking the element, but it just wasn't enough, and I started getting this headache, and by the end of the day I was completely shot up. You could peel me off the freaking couch like a sticker, because I was so tired. And that made me come to the realization that I need to eat breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, and dinner, and maybe a little dessert. I don't have to. But they don't have to be big, they can be small meals. Just I need to eat something more consistently than having just breakfast, waiting long time, having lunch, long time, dinner, long time. I can't survive like that. And I also want to say how important hydration and salt is important too, because I know I mentioned that I was drinking Element and it just didn't seem to work. You need to pair that with eating that way, the 6 small meals a day, because it makes all the difference. And even though that it is colder outside, dehydration sneaks up fast for POTS patients, and it makes hydration a daily routine that you need to have, something that you have to do before things get really busy, like electrolyte packets, salt tablets. Even if you don't feel like having something cold, you can have like warm broth, or maybe hot chocolate, but 0 sugar hot chocolate if sugar bothers you. And those are alternatives if cold water makes your symptoms worse, if you feel that they do. And as for temperature control, I know this is a really hard one for me, especially when I'm walking around in stores or malls. Malls are a little bit easier, but especially stores, especially big ones like Walmart or Target, the cold weather can worsen the blood pooling. And even for me walking from my car into the store, that little bit of cold just bothers me and it throws me off. But to try to help with that, have a warm jacket, maybe a heated blanket even, gloves are a must. A must. Because I was working at this place where we were all outside, and I had gloves, but they had a couple holes in them because I didn't buy new gloves for the new winter season, and it was not great at all. So I would really recommend having a good pair of gloves. Some good brands of gloves are like UGG, or ones that have like really fuzzy insides. Those I feel help a lot. And then I think it's important, like compression socks is important to have because it helps with the pulling. I feel that even when I don't have my compression socks, I just feel that my feet are like 10 times colder than if I have my compression socks on. I know it's not all in my head because I even tested my heart rate with the compression socks and without the compression socks, and there was a difference. Because even these small little changes can help our blood vessels adjust. Also, plan rest into your schedule. I've been doing that lately. I've been trying to take my Sundays for me. I try not to push through plans anymore, like I have to, because even if you give yourself a 10 to 15 rest break a day, or lying flat if that helps you when you can, or one slow day each week, like I told you I have slow down Sundays, and even if you do any of these 3 things, your body will thank you later. Trust me. Another thing that I would like to dive into a little bit is sensory management. So busier environments can make symptoms worse, and I kind of agree with that because it's not even just the amount of people that it's around, it's the amount of body heat that gets produced for me personally when there's a lot of people around. And so that kind of makes my POTS symptoms worse and I need to sit down. But for people that don't find that an issue, but find busy environments an issue, try using noise canceling headphones or even sunglasses indoors if needed. And don't be afraid to step outside to breathe and reset, because I know that helped me when I was going through a rough patch with POTS where I just kept getting flare up after flare up after flare up. Stepping outside of the environment and taking a breath really helps. And you might think that these tools make you extra. They don't. They make you prepared. And this season can also bring up guilt and also FOMO, fear of missing out if some of you don't know, frustrations, or feeling like you can't keep up with the crowd. And let me just say this clearly. You're doing enough. Chronic illness doesn't go away just because the calendar changes. Your effort counts even on the days when your body is calling the shots. Because trust me, that has been happening to me a little bit. And if you can, reach out to online POTS communities like this one, a friend who gets it, or someone you trust. And if you need to unplug and recharge alone, that's real self-care too, because I love doing that too. Sometimes you just need a little me time. You're not behind, you're navigating life with a nervous system that works differently, and you're doing it with strength, resilience, and heart. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the POTS Perspective. I hope these seasonal self-care tips make this time of year feel a little more manageable and a lot less overwhelming. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to follow the podcast. It truly helps me grow and reach more POTS warriors like you. I'll be back not next week but the week after with another POTS episode. Until then, take care of yourself, drink some water, and listen to your body.